Okay, we're live now. Yeah. Okay, so uh Cubs or Rockies game, obviously right now. Let me just get something to write on. Jeez. Okay. So the game is about starting up now. Let me just bring this closer so I can see chat and stuff. Okay. Hello, everyone. Gonna be announcing for the Cubs Rockies game that is going down pretty soon. Apparently in 27 minutes. I don't know if that's right. Yeah, no, I don't think that'll be right, but um, it'll definitely be soon. The lineups have been announced already. Hello, everyone that's joining. Here, actually, hang these up, these banners I got. That didn't work. Huh. Okay, I don't know how that's gonna work. Do I go back? Okay. I don't know if you could see them. Not very clearly. Okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. Um. Okay. I'm actually gonna be scoring this game. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I mean, obviously, no one's watching right now. Still. Hi. Okay, so Cubs Rockies gonna be starting soon. I don't know exactly how long, but it'll be soon. Okay. Okay. So the game looks like it's going to be starting pretty soon. Actually, okay. I'm gonna check Twitch to see if I can watch the game on it. Okay. Well, it's not the actual game. Okay. So I don't know when this game is supposed to start. Oh, okay. 2-1 pitch to Blackman is outside, and it is 3-1 now. So 0-0 game, obviously Blackman leading off here. 3-1 from Leicester. That's inside for ball 4, so Blackman draws a leadoff walk. And there's a runner on board now for the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. So, yeah, anything you guys want to ask me, just go ahead. I'll try and answer it between pitches or between innings. That brings up the second baseman, LeMahieu. Blackman is on first. Fake bunt, but he pulls back in time. 1 ball, no strikes now. Charlie Blackman currently on first base. Bud Black had 91 wins this year with the Rockies. Of course, Joe Madden, the Cubs manager, on the other side. Lester's 1-0 is outside. Contreras wanted the call there. He held that for a long time. But he didn't get it. The 4th season as a Cubs manager for Joe Madden, by the way. So DJ LeMahieu currently up. He's the second baseman with Charlie Blackman on first. He walked to lead off the game. Lester's 2-0. Swung on a miss from LeMahieu. 2-1 the count now to DJ. He had a 276 batting average. It was 328 for the past 2 years, though, so it's definitely a declining season. Here's the 2-1 from Lester, and that's low. Another fake bunt attempt from LeMahieu, and it's a 3-1 count now. So you got Blackman on first. Lester, the 3-1 to LeMahieu. Another fake bunt called for a strike. That's right above the knees there. And now it's a full count to DJ, the second baseman. Lester, by the way, had the most full counts this season out of everyone in the MLB with 143. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Lester. Fouled away down the right side. And LeMahieu stays alive. So LeMahieu fouls off that pitch. Full count from Lester. Blackman goes, and there's a base hit from LeMahieu. That'll go all the way down to the wall and left. And the ground rule double called by the left fielder, Bryant. So Blackman will move to third base, it looks like, on the ground rule double from DJ LeMahieu. The ball got stuck in the ivy, and yet there the ump is calling a 2, so that would be a ground rule double from DJ LeMahieu. That ball got stuck in the ivy, so going to be a ground rule double. Blackman will move to third on the play, it looks like. Well, he might score, but I don't think so. And the umps are having a meeting about it. I'm not sure why. I feel like maybe because Blackman was stealing that they might want to change it, but I don't know. I think he goes to third. Bud Black is arguing this. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they felt Bryant made an unfair play, or by calling ground rule double on the IV. I don't know. But yeah, no, Blackman will stay on third. Future broadcasting in the making. Thanks, man. Just trying to do my best here. Yeah, it's definitely stuck in the ivy. Yeah. So I'm not sure what Bud Black was arguing there, but definitely think, yeah. Okay, so that'll be a ground rule double from LeMahieu. Blackman moves to third on the play. This isn't clickbait. I'm announcing the wild card game, bro. I can't show the actual game, and that's deep. Arenado to center field. That's caught by Almora. Blackman will go on to score, and it is 1-0 for Colorado. If I show the highlights in the game, it'll just skip banned, so I can't do that. Just don't click on any of those links because unless you want to watch it on Twitch. That's it. That's what I'm doing. But Arenado with a sac fly that'll score Blackman. LeMahieu also moves to third on the play. Um, so sac fly from Arenado that puts Colorado ahead by a score of 1-0. Now it brings up the shortstop, Trevor Story. So the Rockies currently lead 1-0 now. The Cubs trailing now. Lester's 0-1 pitch. Well, looked outside there, but called a strike, and the count is now 0-2. Story, by the way, an MVP candidate, and he swings and misses for strike 3. Lester's first K of the night, and there's 2 gone now. So a strikeout from Lester. He also got the sac fly from Arenado. So there's 2 gone now. 1-0 for Colorado, and DJ LeMahieu currently sitting at third base. It'll bring up the left fielder Matt Holliday right now. Holliday definitely a big fixture in Colorado. Takes ball 1 inside. Clocked at 90 miles an hour from Lester. Had above the MLB average in OPS. That's kind of expected. Only 2 home runs and 3 RBIs, though, in just 25 games. Pops that one up. And that'll go down the line, foul into the seats. So 1-1 the count now to Holliday. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Lester. Holliday pulls it down the left field line. Foul. So 1-2 the count now. Okay. Just remove that guy. Okay. And strike 3 called or swung at from Holliday, and that'll retire the side. So Colorado takes an early 1-0 lead, and Lester gets out of it with a runner on third, that being DJ LeMahieu. So it'll be the Cubs now. Feel free to ask me any questions during the breaks, especially because I don't really have anything to say. But yeah, currently 1-0 for Colorado over Chicago. That started the inning with a Charlie Blackman walk. That was followed by a ground rule double that got stuck in the ivy from the bat of DJ LeMahieu. Then Nolan Arenado came up, sac fly to center field. That moved LeMahieu to third and Blackman in to score. So that gave Colorado its first run and only run, I guess. And then a strikeout from Trevor Story and a strikeout from Matt Holliday. So we're going to head to the bottom of the first now. Colorado up ahead by 1-0. Ben Zobrist, Chris Bryant, and then Anthony Rizzo for the Cubs are going to be coming up in this inning. I'm also scoring the game, by the way, so I can tell you if you have any questions about what happened or any time. But yeah. Oh, it's the Rockies. Oh, I put that in the wrong order. Okay, whatever. It doesn't really matter. So Rockies scored one in the first. Um, yeah. Anything you guys want to ask me? I mean, obvious question. I think the Cubs are gonna win. Probably. I mean, 4-3 is my guess. I don't know though. Score. I'm not great at guessing, but um, yeah. Anything you guys want to ask? Just go in the chat and just be like, say it. I don't know. Could be about anything. I don't really care. Because right now it's just commercial break. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, one hit by the only one hit, but they did score a run on it. That was the DJ LeMahieu ground rule double. That was the hit, and then Blackman of course walked. Kyle Freeland, yeah, getting the start from Colorado. Um, so yeah, the order, in case you haven't heard already, you got Ben Zobrist, Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, Javi Baez, Albert Almora Jr., Daniel Murphy, Wilson Contreras, and David Bogue, with John Lester, of course, in last. The pitcher, Colorado, it's Charlie Blackmon, DJ LeMahieu, Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, Matt Holliday, and I think Ian Desmond, David Dahl, Chris Iannetta, and then Kyle Freeland, the pitcher. Um, okay, so 0-1 count now. Freeland's pitch looked right at the bottom of the zone, but called a ball. So 1-1 count now to Zobrist. At a 305 batting average, that's his career high, which I'm very surprised at. Um, Freeland's 1-1 is fouled back. So the count is 1-2 now to Zobrist. Freeland uses his fastball 52% of the time, the slider 29, the changeup 14, and the curveball 5. So not really going to use that curveball too much. Mostly the fastball, just like pretty much every pitcher in the bigs. Freeland's 1-2 pitch, up and in for ball 2, and the count is now 2-2. Colorado, by the way, rocking those beautiful purple jerseys. I love those. Chicago wearing their classic white ones. So ground ball up the middle for a base hit from Ben Zobrist. So Zobrist is aboard with a runner on first now for Chicago. So Zobrist with a base hit. That'll bring up the left fielder now, Chris Bryant. That was right up the middle, almost. Yeah, Freeland just had to get out of the way on that one. Would have drilled him right in the leg. But the Cubs have a runner aboard now. They're down 1-0. His first pitch from Freeland upstairs. That looked like a strike right in the top corner, but called a ball, and they're not going to check swing there. Bryant, by the way, hit 372 against lefties this year, and of course Freeland is a lefty. Liam Hendricks, wow, going to start for Oakland. Apparently, he's a reliever. That seems strange. Freeland's 1-0 upstairs for ball 2. So 2-0 count now to the left fielder Bryant. I didn't really know that Bryant played left field. I don't know. I guess I don't really care about the Cubs that much. But yeah. So here's the 1-1 pitch from Freeland. There's a strike right on the outside corner. Apparently the Twins are going to replace Paul Mulder as their manager. Man, that was always crack. Yeah, that seems strange. Oh yeah, by the way, Yankees also named Luis Severino as their starter. So Luis Severino and Liam Hendricks will battle it out. Hopefully, I'll be announcing that one too tomorrow. I'm not sure about that though. 1-2 pitch from Freeland to Bryant. That's low. 2-2 the count now. Colorado, of course, leading 1-0. Blackman scoring on the sac fly from Arenado after walking, followed by the DJ LeMahieu ground rule double. The Arenado sac fly, then a couple of strikeouts on Matt Holliday and Trevor Story. Freeland is already pitching 9 pitches to the first 2 batters, and this one is not even done yet. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back, out of play. Bryant stays alive. Here is the 2-2 pitch from Kyle Freeland. Swung on, weak ground ball down the third base side, but that is just foul. Oh yeah, Yankees are home for the wild card game. I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, they would be. I think. But obviously, I mean, well, not obviously. You guys can't see what I'm seeing, but the Cubs, they are the home team for this one. In case you didn't know, Anthony Rizzo is on deck. It's a 2-2 count now. Ben Zobrist is on first base, and Chris Bryant is at the dish right now. Freeland comes set. The 2-2 delivery. Swung on a miss, strike 3 to Bryant, so Bryant goes down swinging, and Freeland records the first out of the inning for Colorado. So that is the first out of the inning, and that will bring up the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo now. Rizzo, I don't know. I mean, he's a great player at first. There's other guys I'd rather have. Not Ian Desmond isn't one of them, but guys like Freddie Freeman, Paul Goldschmidt, those type of guys I'd definitely rather have. Shift is on for Rizzo. Rockies looking to turn the double play here. And Rizzo skies that one to right field. Playable in front of the warning track. That is caught by David Dahl. And there's 2 gone now. So an F9 to Rizzo, the first baseman, and that'll bring up, well, probably the runner-up to MVP behind Yelich, the shortstop, Javi Baez. I mean, another voice crack. But yeah, in my opinion, I think it's going to go to Yelich. Tough to really say though, but that's just what I think. Baez led the NL in RBIs with 111. Also had a 290 average, 34 bombs, and an 880 OPS. Freeland pickoff, and they got him. Zobrist is out on a pickoff attempt. That was wow. That was real quick from Freeland. Zobrist thinks that he wants the Cubs to challenge that, but I don't know. The camera didn't even really have time to turn to tell, but yeah, that was quick. And the ump immediately called out. It was a bang bang play. I think it could have gone either way. And actually, no, Zobrist looks safe on that one. So I don't know if the Cubs are going to review that or not. Yeah, Zobrist is definitely safe. They should definitely review that. Not sure if they will, but I would, honestly. He definitely looks in there. I'm not even sure how to score a pickoff at all. Probably just, I don't know. Yeah, no, Zobrist was definitely in there, though. That came I was very surprised at that. The camera just quickly turned, and all of a sudden, yeah, and the Cubs are reviewing it. So the call was out at first base on a pickoff attempt from Kyle Freeland. Zobrist was the runner on first. Desmond applied the tag. It was a good tag, but Zobrist did look like he got back. I mean, obviously it's tough to say, but I think they're gonna overturn this one. Uh, yeah, that play is boy very surprising. Yeah, I'm very surprised that Freeland threw that. And yeah, no, it looks like he's safe. It looks like Sobers got in there. I mean, it's so close though. But I would say Sobers is safe on that play. I don't know. We'll have to see what the umps say on here. Still reviewing it. While Freeland is currently warming up for him. Um, so we're just gonna have to wait to see what the call, or if they're gonna overturn it or keep it. And safe. So the call is overturned now, and Zober stays on first there. It's a quick pickoff attempt, a good one by Kyle Freeland. Zobrist didn't have much of a lead um, on the play, and so yeah, it was pretty tough to get him. I think it caught Zobrist off surprise too. Freeland comes set now. First pitch of the at bat is fouled back by Javi Baez. By the way, Cubs did get a hit. That was the Zobrist single to start off the inning. They had their first, they had their first hit of the night. Javi Baez up 0-1 count to him as he felt the first pitch back. Zobrist on first after the pickoff call was overturned. Baez fouls the next pitch off down the right side. Obviously, Javi had an insane year. His swing rate was the fourth highest in the MLB. His chase rate was the second highest. So he doesn't really care if it's a good pitch or not, kind of like Vladimir Guerrero, but I don't really see that as a great thing. But I mean, Baez is great, so that was another pitch off. So the count remains at 0-2. Freeland comes set now. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. That's way outside for ball one. 1-2 count now. Freeland has thrown 17 pitches already within this first inning. Baez, the number 4 hitter, hit 290 during the regular season. Lester allowed that run to Colorado. Here's the 1-2 and swung on a miss in the dirt from Javi Baez. So Freeland gets out of the inning, strands a runner on first base, and the side is retired. So Cubs put up a 0 on the scoreboard. They get one hit. That was the Ben Zobrist single, who was picked off. The call was overturned. And Bryant struck out. Rizzo flew out to the right fielder, David Dahl, and Baez struck out as well, both of those swinging. In the top of the first, Blackman got on with a walk. DJ LeMahieu with a ground rule double that put him at second. A sacrifice fly from Nolan Arenado moved LeMahieu to third and Blackman in to score. Story then struck out, followed by a Matt Holliday strikeout. And that's where we are right now. So 1-0 Colorado over Chicago right now. They both have one hit. Of course, Colorado does have the run, however. No errors so far tonight. But yeah, anyways, you guys just ask me questions, especially during the breaks, because I don't really have that much to talk about it. I can just recap if you didn't know. Like, you ask me anything. Like, I don't know what happened to Trevor's story. Is that bad? I don't know. I don't really care. Or it doesn't even have to be baseball or about the game related. Doesn't really matter. Um, yeah. And because I'm scoring the game. I don't know. You can see all these pieces of paper, but do you play baseball yourself? Yeah, I do. I'm in Canada though, so I mean it's not crazy competitive baseball. And where I play, it's not little league. There's two different sets. There's baseball Canada and stuff, and so you each play for a province type thing. And that's not little league. Little league is way higher than that. Little league can actually compete with the U.S., but ours can't really. And I'm on like my city's team, and we're pretty good. We got silver last year, so yeah. Um, right now, again, 1-0 Colorado. Uh, start off the inning, it'll be Ian Desmond for Colorado. He's the first baseman. Then the right fielder, David Dahl, and finally the number 8 hitter, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. I was supposed to say Ian Iannetta. Um, yeah, the Cubs didn't score. They got one hit from Ben Zobrist. Uh, again, Athletics and Yankees, which that is, I think it's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in New York. Um, and that game will go down tomorrow at the same times, 8 Eastern or 5 Pacific. First pitch from Lester is outside to Desmond. And we are underway now. So Desmond played a career high 160 games this year. As ball 2 is low. Desmond definitely spanned multiple positions in his career. Last year with Texas was, I believe, center field. This year, a first baseman in Colorado, played shortstop in Washington. He moved around a lot, but he flies that one into deep center field. Under it, however, is Almora, and he makes the catch. So fly out to center from Ian Desmond, and that'll bring up David Dahl, the right fielder. By the way, David Dahl starting tonight instead of Carlos Gonzalez. I don't know what kind of a move that is. Personally, I don't know. I haven't really watched the Rockies this year, but I'd move Cargo. Maybe he's not having a great year. I don't know why. But here batting left right now is David Dahl. First pitch is skied into center field. Amora moving back to the track at the wall. Oh, what a catch! Albert Almora at the wall jumps up. Wouldn't have been gone, but he still makes a beautiful catch. Wow. That is incredible. What a catch from Albert Almora. Dahl is not happy about that. What a catch from Albert Almora. At the wall in center field, jumps up, makes the catch. He knows it. He's celebrating. Oh my, what a catch. Oh boy. Well, up against the Ivy. That's incredible. That'll now bring up the number 8 hitter, the catcher, Chris Iannetta. Lester thrown 24 pitches so far, and he's already got 2 out in this inning. First pitch called low, 91 miles an hour from Lester. Lester delivers. 1-0 right at the top of the zone for strike 1. Lester comes set. Shakes off a pitch. Now delivers. Hanging breaking ball. That's deep to left, up into the corner, and foul. That was probably about 10 feet shy of the fence, however, so might have pulled it a little bit less. Got more on it. That likely would have been a home run for the catcher Inetta. Counts now 1-2. Cubs fans on their feet looking for Lester's third strikeout of the night. And he gets it. Low breaking ball swung on a missed by Iannetta. The side is retired, so Rockies put up a 0. An incredible catch from Albert Almora. And that is the end of the bottom of the second inning. So another recap. I don't know, unless you guys want to ask me something, that's all I'm really going to talk about. I don't know, or just say something that you want me to talk about. I don't really know. But first inning, Charlie Blackmon leadoff walk. Then next up, DJ LeMahieu ground rule double that got stuck in the ivy. Ben Zobrist, or pardon me, that would be Chris Bryant, immediately called ground rule double. That moved Blackmon to third, put LeMahieu at 2. Then Nolan Arenado, the number 3 hitter, the sac fly to center field. That drove in Blackmon and moved LeMahieu to third. Then the next 2 batters, Trevor Story, Matt Hawley, both struck out swinging. Then the Cubs started off leadoff single from Ben Zobrist. Then a strikeout from Chris Bryant. And then a flyout to right field from Anthony Brisbane. Then a pickoff attempt that got Ben Zobrist out. The call was overturned, which I agree with. And Zobrist remained at first, but it didn't really matter as the next batter struck out, swinging again. And then finally, in the bottom of the second, or top of the second, pardon me, it started off with a Ian Desmond fly to center, then an incredible catch from Albert Almora on a David Dahl fly out to center, which right up against the wall, an incredible play. Then a strikeout from Chris Iannetta to end the inning. So Lester's got 3 Ks, Freeland's got 2. So both a lot of strikeouts tonight. I don't know if that's going to be theme in this game or not, but definitely was in the first inning and a half. Yeah, just in the chat if you want to say anything, questions or comments. I don't really know. Say something. Yeah. It's just an interesting commercial about basketball. It's pretty dope. I don't know what that is. Basketball, a love story, coming October 9th. That's maybe I should watch that, but it's on ESPN, and I don't get ESPN because I live in Canada. So 1-0 Colorado. Here is Albert Almora, the center fielder. First pitch, outside for ball 1. Almora only hitting .232 since the All-Star break. That's in batting average. Only 5 home runs on the year as well. He is hitting 5th tonight, playing center field. That's taken low for ball 2. Don't pay to the negative comments. Yeah, I don't really care about the negative comments. Doesn't really bother me. 2-0 count, by the way, to Albert Almora. The pitch from Freeland inside, but still swung on by Almora, and the count is now 2-1. I guess if you don't know, Colorado currently winning 1-0. Each team has 1 hit. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The 2-1 from Freeland. Down the middle, and that's a base hit in center field from Albert Almora. The second Chicago hit of the night. is a base hit from Albert Almora. So that'll now bring up the second baseman, who I didn't even know played for Chicago until today. Um, Daniel Murphy. I don't know. Did you guys know? Did he get traded or did he sign there in the offseason? I'm not really sure. But since the All Star break, Cal Freeland actually has tied for the most wins in the MLB with 9. Went 9-1 during that stretch. Here's Murphy. Low pitch swung on. First baseman Desmond to the shortstop Story, and they get the out at second, but Story doesn't make the throw to first. So I believe it was because Almora running didn't duck down and Story didn't want to hit him in the head. Not really sure though. Murphy is aboard on a fielder's choice. So now the runner on first is switched. It's become Daniel Murphy. There's one out now, and Wilson Contreras, the catcher, is up, hitting seventh tonight. Contreras calls time, steps out. He only has one home run in the past 45 games. That's not great. I believe he started in the All Star game, though, so I guess he's just cooled down since then. Had 9 others, 10 total home runs during the season. Freeland's first pitch. Looked out of the zone, low, but called a strike. Contreras doesn't like the call. And it's an 0-1 count now, so you can see that was low. Just barely, but a very extremely close pitch there from Freeland. The 0-1 now from Freeland. Same pitch, but this time called the ball. So it's 1-1 now. Contreras, by the way, hit 249 during the regular season. The lefty Freeland delivers well inside for ball 2. So it's 2-1 count now to the catcher, Wilson Contreras. And again, he calls time, as Freeland was already set. Freeland comes set. The 2-1 delivery. Swung on in center field, and Blackman makes a great catch. Throw on to first, and almost had him, but not quite in time. So a fly out to center field from Wilson Contreras. And that'll bring up the third baseman, David Bott. Of course, hit that grand slam. That is the only reason I know him, and because he's MLB Player of the Week, I guess. Blackman, by the way, a great catch there. Almost got Daniel Murphy at first base, but didn't quite. Blackman, of course, the leadoff hitter for Colorado. David Bott wears number 30. Another voice crack. The first pitch is called inside. 1 ball, no strikes now to Bott. Bott? How do you, is it Bots? I don't know really how to say it that well. 239 batting average, 190 in the past 30 games. That's brutal. Second pitch fouled out of play from Bott. So the count is now 1-1. 5 of his 6 runs, by the way, gave or gave Chicago the lead or tied it. The 1-1, right down the middle for strike two. 1-2 count now, 2 out, 1-0 Colorado. Bought hit 239 in the regular season. The pitcher, John Lester, is on deck. There's a runner on first, that being Daniel Murphy, who reached on a fielder's choice. The 1-2 from Freeland, fouled down the right side. Of course, that clutch grand slam to center field against Washington in Wrigley. Oh, obviously, his walk-off, but that was clutch. Is playing third base tonight, moving Bryant to left field. Drafted in the 18th round in 2012. That's, oh boy, did not know that. The 1-2. Upstairs and swung on a miss for strike three. So after another leadoff single, Freeland shuts down the Cubs. The Cubs have 2 hits, no runs. Colorado has 1 hit and 1 run. Bott strikes out to retire the side. And anything you guys want to ask in the chat, and I'll answer it or say something about it. I don't know. Could be anything. I don't really care because we're on a commercial break, so it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously, there's not very much in the chat right now, but it's okay. Anything you guys want to say about the game or anything? I don't know. Do you want music or something during the break? I can do that. It just can't be copyrighted. That's all. Then I'm good. I'd probably do some songs just instrumental, something like that. I don't know. Again, I'll give a full recap because I don't really have anything else to say. Of the game so far. So, starting it off for Colorado, Charlie Blackmon, the center fielder, draws a walk. He was the first batter of the game. Then after that, a DJ LeMahieu ground rule double that got stuck in the ivy, called by Chris Bryant. Then he goes to second. Blackmon moves to third. Nolan Arenado then hits a sac fly, which drives in Blackmon, moves LeMahieu to third. After that, Trevor Story, Matt Holliday both strike out. Then for the Cubs, Ben Zobrist leads it off with a base hit. Then Chris Bryant strikes out. Rizzo flies out to right field. Then a pickoff attempt on Ben Zobrist, called out. Call is then overturned on the challenge from Chicago, but doesn't matter as Baez strikes out. Then in the top of the second inning, Ian Desmond led things off with a fly to center, followed by a great play by, again in center field, Albert Almora on a David Dahl fly ball right up against the wall. Then Iannetta struck out to end the inning. And that's where we are right now. Top of the third. Oh, and I guess bottom of the second for Chicago. Another leadoff base hit for Almora. Then a fielder's choice on a ground ball to first base from Daniel Murphy. Contreras then flew out to center and Spot struck out. Okay. John Lester, 18-6, tied for the most wins in the NL, and his 3.32 ERA ranked 12th in the National League. First pitch called a strike to the pitcher Kyle Freeland. A 19.6 strikeout rate, lowest since 2013. And another strike to Freeland, swung and miss, right at the bottom of the zone. 0-2 count now from Lester. The pitch, outside for ball one. 1-2 count now to Kyle Freeland. The 1-2 from Lester. Up and in, but Swung on a miss from Kyle Freeland. And there is the fourth, the fourth strikeout of the night from John Lester. All swinging. Well, that'll now bring up Charlie Blackmon, walked in his first plate appearance, has also scored the only run of the night. Shout out to you watching, all the people watching out there. 3 people. Lester just struck out the pitcher, Kyle Freeland. He's also struck out 4 of the last 6 batters, yeah. Lester's first pitch is fouled down the left side by Blackmon. Blackmon is playing center field tonight, made 1 catch, a pretty decent one, and almost turned a double play on it. 0-1 pitch from Lester. Low and away for ball 1. He had a .291 batting average as well as 29 bombs. The 1-1 from Lester. And that is into left center field and a base hit. Bryant fields it on a hop, and Blackmon is aboard. So 1-out single for Charlie Blackmon. And that brings up DJ LeMahieu, who has already doubled tonight. See that? Well, you can't see it, but I can see it. The stride from Charlie Blackmon there. That was actually more left field than center. I guess it wasn't really left center, but Lester not really happy about that. 7 hits in his last 9 at bats for Blackmon. Of course, Lester doesn't pick off very often. Blackmon fakes going. Ball 1 outside to LeMahieu. If it comes in to have Wilson Contreras behind the dish, I'm 90% sure that Blackmon would steal. He's just such a great defensive catcher. It's very risky to try and steal on him. But with Lester, I mean, he's never going to pick you up or pick you off. Lester's 1-0. Up and away for strike 1. 9 base runners caught stealing while on the mound this season against Lester. That's the most in the MLB. And I assume that's most because guys steal on Lester the most in the MLB, so it kind of makes sense. Plus, they have a great catcher. But Lester doesn't pick off a whole lot. And there's a strike and a quick throwdown, but Blackmon gets in there in time. So 1-2 count now. 38 pitches already from Lester. We're in the top of the third. Very close play at first. Cubs, I don't think will challenge. Ooh, they might. That was very close. Rizzo saw it right away. He noticed. No, Blackmon got in there. He was in there. There's a foul ball down the right side. So the count remains at 1-2. DJ LeMahieu at the dish. He's the second baseman. With Charlie Blackmon on first. Colorado winning 1-0. Yeah, second hit in Colorado as well. Okay. The 1-2. Low in the dirt. Blackmon doesn't move on the play. So it's 2-2 now. This game is ESPN owned. I thought Fox and TBS had it, but maybe that's over now. Or I guess it expired. Well. Okay, I don't know what that meant, but something just came up that looked cool. It had flashing lights. Here's Lester. 2-2 count now. Blackmon fakes going. Called strike 3 to DJ LeMahieu. Another strikeout His fifth of the night from John Lester. That's his fifth in the last 8 batters as well. He's got a lot of strikeouts so far. Yeah, that was right in the zone. LeMahieu took it. It was up right near the letters, or right by the numbers, I guess. But yeah, well, it was a strike. LeMahieu took it. Here's Lester's first pitch to the third baseman, Arenado. That's outside for ball 1. Two gone in the inning right now. Arenado started off with a sac fly. There's a strike from Lester. Count is now 1-1. Lester calls time to fix his chain. I've been streaming for over an hour now. It's pretty crazy. So the count is now 1-1 to Nolan Arenado. The pitch. Driven to the right side, just foul. Zobrist, the right fielder, likely wouldn't have been able to make a play on that. 1-2 the count now to Arenado. Arenado, by the way, the first player to enter postseason with a home run streak with more than 3 games since Ryan Howard. I'm not sure why that needed to be a thing, why that stat needed to exist, but ESPN showed it, so I'll say it to you guys too. The 1-2 from Lester to Arenado. The delivery. Low in the dirt, but actually hit, and Bott makes the play to retire the side. It's a horrible pitch. I thought he swung and missed, but apparently not. Yeah. Okay, so Arenado with a G5, and the Rockies put up a 0 in the runs department that inning. Anything again you guys want to ask or say or whatever, doesn't matter to me. Just say it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna recap the game over and over again. Okay. So 1-0 Colorado. Again, Colorado's got 2 hits. Chicago's got 2 hits. Colorado doesn't have a run, however. And yeah, Arenado got the RBI and a sac fly. That's all I'm gonna say, really. Because I've recapped the game so many times right now, and you probably already know what happened because I've recapped the game so many times already. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You guys just say something, and I'll make a response to it, I guess. I don't know. Do whatever. Anything you want to say. Something. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm always watching the chat, so even if you have something to say during the game, go ahead and say it. I'll try and answer it, I guess. Okay. Okay, so we are back. We're underway now. Starting things off is John Lester. Takes strike one. Lester with one home run on July 1st versus Minnesota at 119 average. Freeland's ahead of him 0-1 now. Pitch well outside for ball one. Freeland has also recorded his fair share of Ks tonight, picking up 3 in the first 2 innings. Pitch, swung on a miss. 1-2 count now to John Lester. 35 pitches so far, by the way, from Freeland. That's quite a bit. He's ahead right now of Lester 1-2. Lester starting off the inning here for the Cubs. Pitch from Freeland. Swung on a miss. A horrible swing from Lester. Freeland picks up his 4th K tonight. That brings things to the top of the order with Ben Zobrist. It's 1-0 for Colorado now. First pitch to Zobrist. Called strike one. Zobrist already singled tonight, one of just 2 Chicago hits in the first 2 innings. Here's the pitch to Zobrist. Ground ball, fielded by the pitcher Freeland. Throw on to 1, and there's the second out of the inning. And a G1. So 1-0 Colorado now. 2 gone in the bottom of the third. Zobrist just grounded out to Freeland, and Lester started the inning with a strikeout. Left fielder Chris Bryant is up now. First pitch from Freeland. Fly ball to right field, but that will get out of play. So strike one to Bryant. A 1 pitch to Chris. He struck out in his first at-bat. Took it outside for ball 1. One and 1 the count now to Freeland. Or from Freeland to Bryant. Skied up. Second baseman LeMahieu calls for it, and he makes the catch. So a P4. Pop out to second base. That'll end the inning. And a live interview with Bud Black is coming. Not from me, though, as I won't be able to hear what he's saying. But Cubs put up a 0 on the scoreboard. Switch up my setup now. Okay. Move things around now. Okay. There we go. Okay. Just gonna bring this closer. Okay. Here we go. Anything you guys want to ask, just ask it. I'll answer it. I don't. I don't really care. It could be about anything, especially during these commercial breaks, because I don't have anything to say. So yeah. Okay. Anything you want to ask, I'll answer. Because yeah, I don't know. There's nothing to really answer during these breaks, I guess. Oh yeah, I need to do this. My score. Starting off the inning for Colorado, we got the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. So that'd be Trevor Story, Matt Holliday, and Ian Desmond. Then for Chicago, it would be the 3, 4, 5 hitters. So Rizzo, Baez, and Almora. Okay, that doesn't really matter. So yeah, anything you want to say, or you can just hear me not talk about anything or recap the game, saying that Charlie Blackmon scored on a sac fly from Nolan Arenado. Probably said that 10 times already, and we're in the top of the fourth. Both teams with 2 hits. The Cubs coming from Ben Zobrist and Albert Almora Jr., and the Rockies coming from Charlie Blackmon and DJ LeMahieu. Oh, first pitch and deep fly out to right. Only half the screen was actually visible for me. I could barely even see what was going on. That is a F9 fly out to right field. I'll go like that, so you guys can see more of me, I guess. Probably don't want to see that. But now we got Matt Holliday up, and he is playing left field tonight. I don't know if that was a good idea or not. So that was first pitch, by the way. Here's Lester's first pitch at bat, and that's right on the outside and away corner to Holliday for strike 1. Blackmon has reached twice today with a walk and a single. But this is Matt Holliday. Takes that pitch well inside. 1-1 the count now. Cubs trailing 1-0 now in this game. Lester's third pitch at bat. That's ripped down the line for a base hit. That might be 2. All the way into the corner and left. That'll at least be a double for Holliday. And there he is. Second base, Matt Holliday. With a double. Matt Holliday brings in a double. He is the second hitter of the inning, the third Colorado hit of the game. So Colorado has had a hit every single inning except for the second. That'll now bring up the first baseman and number 6 hitter, Ian Desmond. Desmond 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field. Takes a pitch. That was low, but called a strike. The Cubs are at home for this one. They did have a better record. They would have if they beat the Brewers in that game. There's strike 2, I guess, swung on in the dirt. But if the Cubs beat the Brewers in that NL Central tiebreaker, they would have the best record in the NL. But they lost, and how they have to play to get into the actual playoffs. So 2 strikes now to Ian Desmond. Lester has picked up 5 Ks already tonight, and we're in the top of the fourth. Oh, 2 count now to Desmond. Holliday has already reached on a double, so they got a runner on second. No stolen bases at all tonight. Here's the pitch from Lester. That is low and away for ball one. Desmond got a 1-2 count on him now. Lester steps off the rubber. Holiday standing on second base. Lester comes set. The 1-2 pitch. Well outside for ball two. 2-2 the count now to the first baseman, Ian Desmond. Oh, my neck hurts. The 2-2 from Lester. That is in the dirt for ball three. And Desmond looking for a base hit or ball four now. 54 pitchers already from Lester. And we're in the top of the fourth with a runner on second and one out. Desmond, the 3-2 pitch. Called strike three. That was a ball outside, but called, and the sixth strikeout of the night from Lester. So backwards K to Ian Desmond. And David Dahl now comes up to the plate. He's playing right field tonight. And he is 0 for 1 on that deep fly ball, which was an incredible catch from Albert Almora Jr., the center fielder. And you can see well, you can't see. I can see, though. That pitch was outside, but called strike three. The umps aren't really playing in Chicago's favor. There's definitely been some calls that I'm like, against Chicago, so, it's okay. Plus that pickoff at first, which was overturned, so. And the umps aren't biased in this one, I think. David Dahl, I'm not sure if he's a switch hitter, but he's hitting left. No, he wouldn't be, because he'd be hitting righty if he was. But the lefty David Dahl, first pitch, ground ball, easy play for Rizzo, touches the bag, and the side is retired. So a G3 charge to David Dahl. Another voice crack. That's probably like my fifth tonight. Anything you guys want to say in chat or anything, just say it. I'll answer. Or say something about what you say. I don't know. Because I'm not getting a whole lot of chat comments. I've said that multiple times. But whatever. Didn't really matter. Rockies put up a 0 on the scoreboard. Hi. Hello, everyone that's out there. Again, recap. Colorado winning 1-0 off of a sac fly from Arenado that scored Charlie Blackmon. And, Chicago's still yet to score. Cubs for them due up this inning 3, 4, and 5. So Rizzo, Baez, and Almora. Colorado next inning, it'll be last out. David Dahl was last out, so it'll be 8, 9, and 1. Iannetta, Freeland, and Blackman. His third plate appearance. Got on his first 2. There's an MVP tonight. Well, I mean, I guess it's crazy early. But here goes Charlie Blackman or Kyle Freeland for me right now. I mean, I guess we're in the bottom of the 4th inning still. Okay. Even if you want a shout out, just comment it. I don't know. Do what you want. Up at bat, number 44, Anthony Rizzo. Starting things off here for Chicago in this inning. First pitch from Freeland. Well outside for ball 1. Oh, Marlowe's man is at the game. In case you know what that is. I just saw him walking down. Shift is on again for the lefty Rizzo. The 1-0. Called a strike, but that pitch was low. It's 1-1 count now. Freeland against left-handed batters, only 1 RBI and 0 extra base hits over the past 18 starts. There's a weak ground ball to the shortstop Story. Makes an easy play, and Rizzo with a G6. So 1 away here. Kyle Freeland throws most often into, well, I guess the top and the low part. He throws everywhere pretty much. He just doesn't throw ball that often, I guess. Or I guess because left and you can't say inside outside. It's more left right. Okay. Shout out to Joel Kadieks. I don't know how to say that. Foul ball on Javi Baez. 1 out. 1 out and 1 strike now. %30 of Kyle's pitches are thrown the inside or outside edges of the zone. The 0-1 to Baez fly ball to right, but the ball doesn't even have to move on that one, so there's now 2 gone. That brings up Albert Almora, who's got one of the only 2 Chicago hits tonight. The other belonging to Ben Zobrist, who started off the game with a base hit. So we're in the 4th now. 2 gone. Bottom of the 4th, by the way. 2 gone. Albert Almora, the center fielder, is up. First pitch he at bat. It's called the first strike. Right on the outside part of the zone. Almora with 5 home runs, 41 RBIs, 286 average. Freeland's 0-1 pitch. Swung and a miss. 0-2 count now to the center fielder Almora. .48 pitches so far from Freeland. The 0-2 to Almora. Ground ball down the left side, but well foul. Almora made a spectacular catch way back. What inning was that? Second inning, I think. Yeah, that was second inning. On David Dahl climbing up against the ivy and making a spectacular catch right up against the wall. 0-2 to him. Ground ball fielded by Arenado. Throw to first, and they get him to retire the side. 5 to end the inning. Due up now for the Rockies. You got Charlie Blackmon, the leadoff man. He'll actually be second in the inning. Third, I think. Yeah. I'm not sure why they said he'd get 1-1. Anything you guys want to say? Questions? I don't know. Anything about the game? What Nolan Arenado did in the second at bat, I don't really care. Just ask me it. I have everything here. Been scoring the entire game, so. Um. Okay, so 3 hits for Colorado, 2 for Chicago, 1 run for the Rockies, 0 for the Cubs. No errors so far tonight. I mean, I guess only one play would even come close to an error, I think, and that'd be the fielder's choice from Daniel Murphy, where he was trying to turn the double play, but he didn't throw it. So, yeah, that'd be the only one that I'd even consider close to being an error, but everything else, not really. Colorado currently leading the game 1-0. Anything you want to say, just leave it there. So we're gonna probably get started about like less than a minute now. Oh, first pitch from Lester, but that is low. Chris Ionetta is at the dish. He struck out in his first at bat. The 1-0 from Lester. That's low again for ball 2. So 2-0 now. Chris Ionetta. Swung on a miss for strike 1. I don't know who that actually is on deck, but I don't believe it's Cal Freeland. We aren't in the top of the 5th, so I'm not sure why they would get rid of him. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously, Charlie Blackmon's still in the hole. He's the leadoff hitter. 2-2 the count now from John Lester. Pitch to Ionetta. That's called for strike 3, so Ionetta's second K of the night. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a pinch hitter here or not, but let's see. It'll definitely let me know. I'll tell you guys, because I'll be able to tell, obviously. Lester's first pitch called for a strike. So 0-1, and no, there's not a pinch hitter in case you were wondering. Freeland swings and misses. Now the count is 0-2. 0 for 1. He's already struck out tonight. 2 RBIs on the season, so obviously he's not a great hitter. Also hit 091, which is also pretty bad. Pitch from Lester. Outside for ball 1. Lester shakes off 2 pitches, wow, before coming to his conclusion. There's a fastball low at the play down the left side. One and two now. Lester the pitch. Strike 3 called again, so second straight strikeout looking. 3 of the last 4 batters have struck out looking, by the way. Lester, a 3-time World Series champion, one with the Cubs in 2016, 2 with the Red Sox in 07 and 2013. 2.55 ERA in the postseason. Charlie Blackmon now, he's one for 1. He got a base hit and walked. Takes strike 1 right on the outside low corner. Blackmon has also scored the only run of the game for both teams. Lester's 0-1 pitch. Swung on a miss on a low pitch that would have for sure been called a ball. And Blackmon is now down 0-2. 0-2 from Lester. Ground ball. Rizzo bobbles it a little bit, but thrown to Lester, and the side is retired. So G3 to end the inning. Now head to the bottom of the 6th, or bottom of the 5th, pardon me. Colorado's still leading by a score of 1-0. Thought this would have been high scoring after the first inning. Anyways, so we got Colorado with 3 hits, Chicago with 2, Colorado with 1 run, Chicago's got 0, and neither team has an error so far. So we got a 1-0 game. Due up for Chicago in this inning. Who is this? We got Murphy, Contreras, and Botts. So that'd be 6, 7, 8 due up. Anything you guys want to say, just leave it. And I'll say something about it. I don't know, question or whatever. Both starters have done extremely well. On a combined total of 5 hits and 1 run through 5 or 4.5 innings, I guess. But Still extremely well. Okay. Well, let's get started here for the fifth. Again, Yankees, A's tomorrow night. Probably won't stream it, but I might. First pitch upstairs and in to Daniel Murphy. So 0-1. Freeland has retired the last 5 batters. Murphy weak ground ball, second baseman LeMahieu to Desmond at first, and a G4 start things off for Daniel Murphy. Well, that'll bring up Wilson Contreras, who flew out to Charlie Blackmon in his first at bat. He is the catcher tonight. Also, almost picked off Charlie Blackmon actually at first base. Only 5 total hits, 1 walk, total of 12 Ks, 8 from Lester. He has dominated in the strikeout department tonight, really. 4 for Freeland, which isn't a whole lot, but it's okay. It's 4 strikeouts through 4 and a third, so not too bad. Here's the first pitch of the at bat to Contreras. Looked outside, but called for strike 1. Contreras had a similar pitch called for strike. His first at bat, actually. Freeland's 0-1 pitch. Weak ground ball. Arenado barehands throw to first, and they get him. Nice play by Nolan Arenado on the barehand to get Contreras at first. So G5, and that is the last now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have the last 11 batters. He's retired. Yeah, it's the last 11 batters he's actually retired. Not sure why I'd only said 5. That's not right. Yeah, because they only have 2 hits. I don't know. Okay. Freeland threw 18 pitches in the first and threw 9 in both the third and fourth. So first inning was rough, but gotten better since. First pitch to Bott is called a strike, right on the outside corner. 2 gone, by the way. John Lester is on deck. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Freeland's 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now. And Freeland is well ahead of David Bott now. "14 straight strikes from Freeland. Here's the 0-2. That's well high. So I guess that streak just ended. Oh, my neck hurts so bad. 57 pitches so far in the bottom of the 5th. So similar to John Lester. I believe had like 64-ish. Not totally sure. Here's the 1-2 to Bott. Swung and missed for strike 3. So another K. 5th of the night from Freeland. Another 0 on the scoreboard. That's what it looks like. And I I doubt you'll be able to read it because it's okay. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's a lot of zeros in there. Only one number, and that's a 1 run for Colorado Rockies. They have Colorado has 3 hits, Chicago has 2, and Colorado has 1 run, and the Cubs have 0. No errors on either side. We're heading to the top of the 6th now, though. Colorado they have their heart of the order 2, 3, and 4. LeMahieu, Arenado, Story. It's the guys you want to have up, pretty much. But maybe Blackman to start the inning. But yeah. Well, you can't get everything. Here's this dope basketball ad I was talking about. Look at it. Can you see it? No, you can't. It's completely white, isn't it? Oh, you saw that last part. Good. This is gonna be a good game. It's 1-0, top of the 6th. It feels like it's been an hour 44 since I started streaming. So I don't know how long that's been for you guys, or how long it's actually been in the game, but whatever. Yeah. Of course, the Brewers gonna face whoever wins this game between the Cubs and Rockies. They're patiently waiting, I assume. Okay. Rockies looking for some insurance runs here. They've only got 1 run tonight. Lester's first pitch to LeMahieu, and there's strike 1 right on the outside corner. LeMahieu, I believe, is a switch hitter. I'm not sure about that, but I'm pretty sure he is. He's hitting righty right now, anyways. The 0-1 from Lester. Ooh, pitch in the dirt, swung on by LeMahieu. Oh, 71 pitches. So he was at, yeah, okay. Yeah, so he was close. I was close. I said 64. I was only like 5 off. LeMahieu, way up. Mayhew cuts at it well back into the crowd. Um, Still 0-2 now, although 2 pitches were not even close that LeMahieu swung at, but I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it does if he strikes out or gets out here. Mayhew ground ball by his fields. Throw on to first, and they get the out. Mayhew with a G6 there. Mayhew had already previously gotten a base hit. I believe struck out. Yeah, he also struck out looking. But yeah, I remember his strikeout looking. That was a good pitch that he just laid off for some reason. Well, now comes Nolan Arenado. He's 0 for 1 tonight, but has the only RBI of the game with his sac fly. Lester with 8 Ks so far, only 1 walk. That's the only walk of the game. He was the first batter, Charlie Black. Not a whole lot of balls being thrown in this game. Here's Arenado. First pitch ripped down the line, but foul.
Nolan, the number 3 hitter tonight, and playing third base. The 0-1. There's a hard line drive fielded by Bott, and he'll go to Rizzo at first. So G5 from Arenado, and that'll now bring up the number 4 hitter, the shortstop, Trevor Story. Story 0 for 2 tonight. He struck out and flew out to right field. The right fielder, Ben Zobrist, to be specific. On deck, Matt Holliday. He doubled in his last at-bat. One of only 2 extra base hits tonight. Story, 37 bombs, 108 RBIs, and a 291 average. First pitch from Lester. Took him for strike 1, up and in. It's right on the corner, though. Close pitch, but called the strike. The 0-1 to Story. Low in the dirt, and that'll be called a ball. As it should be. These things backwards? I don't think so. Let me just. I doubt those things. The posters, like the Batista poster, does that look weird? Hopefully not. No one up in the Chicago bullpen right now. Lester is at 77 pitches, so it looks like they're going to run him. There's a deep fly ball right center. There's a base hit at least for Story. He's going to go towards second and stand up double for Trevor Story. So the third double of the night for Colorado with 2 outs. Trevor Story, potential MVP candidate in right center field, cranks a double. Well, he's got Matt Holliday behind him, and he doubled in his last at-bat. The third extra base hit of the night, and the 6th hit of the night. He's got 85 extra base hits this year, the second most by an NL shortstop of all time. Only Jimmy Rollins had more, and that was in 07. I don't know if postseason counts or not. First pitch to Holliday, well inside for ball 1. Holliday also struck out in his first at-bat. That was swinging to record Lester's second K of the night. The 1-0. Looked outside, but called a strike anyways by the home plate umpire. 1-0 for Colorado now. Top of the 6th inning, 2 gone. Trevor Story is sitting at second base right now. Here's a pitch. There's a strike. And it's 1-2 now to Matt Holliday, who's not happy about the call. It was a strike, though. The 1-2 pitch to Matt Holliday. Ground ball, but foul down the left side. One-two pitch to Holliday. Ripped down the left field line, but that's foul, and I'm going to leave. I see y'all, so I'm done. I'm bored.